Guys, what is going on? Welcome to my review for this week's edition of NXT. We're going to take a look at the July 19th, 2017 edition of NXT. But before we get into that, if you haven't heard the news today, lead singer of Linkin Park, Chester Bennington, unfortunately committed suicide today. And it was tough news to hear. It's just like, man, another one of my favorite singers is gone, and it is never easy. And heard about the news earlier today, and it's just awful. It's just awful to hear. I feel for his family, his friends, his six children that he had, and suicide. It's just. It's so hard to even put into words, but I want to do a little tribute for Chester and for Linkin Park fans. Like I said, I love them. Their first two albums were just incredible. Hybrid Theory, Meteor. Just some great songs on those albums. And one of my favorites happened to be, of course, In the End, probably, if not their biggest, one of their biggest songs. And just wanted to read these lyrics out loud in memory of Chester. It starts with one thing I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know. Time is a valuable thing. You watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks life away. It's so unreal. You didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on, you didn't even know. I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard in spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property. Remembering all the times you fought with me. I'm surprised it got so far. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard and it got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Rest in peace, my friend. And I also wanted to give out the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. You never know if it could help somebody, so I'm going to give out that number right now. 1-800-273-8255. Suicide is never the way. There's always a chance to pull yourself back, and that's just, we lose so many good artists, and it's always just tough to hear. I mean, this year alone, especially after the recent death of Chris Cornell, another one of my favorite singers, and it's just like, I don't know what to say, guys, but I just wanted to say my words here on the passing of Chester Bennington, lead singer of Linkin Park. Now let's talk about NXT. This was a solid edition of NXT, the July 19th, 2017 edition of NXT. And I thought we had a really good women's match, a decent main event, and some nice build toward NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, which is fast approaching. Out of all the shows this week from WWE, my favorite here was NXT. And I'll tell you why. This opening match between Ember Moon and Ruby Riott, they had some damn good chemistry in this match. I really liked what we saw here from just the physicality and them laying it in and not holding anything back. It was good stuff here. And just some hard shots, back and forth. Some nice near falls, clothesline attempts, Moon hitting a nice leaping kick. Eventually was able to hit a front flip clothesline onto Ruby Riott and climb the ropes, hit the total eclipse, or the eclipse as it's called, for the wins. Ember Moon, I believe she will be the one to probably challenge Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. I liked their first match, but I know that they can even do better in their second match. I don't know. I just felt like their first match, it was just getting going. It was going good, and it just kind of ended abruptly when Asuka, I believe she pushed the referee into Ember Moon, and that didn't allow her to hit the Eclipse. I really like how they built up the Eclipse as a devastating finishing move. She hits it once, you get the win. So often here we see these finishing moves watered down, and it's a nice change of pace when they actually hit it and they don't kick out. Because if you keep kicking out of your finishing moves, you water it down like they've done to, for instance, the AA. It's like John Cena hit somebody with one AA and you immediately expect them to kick out, but not with Ember Moon's total eclipse. And this was a good match here between Ember Moon and Ruby Riott. Cassius Ohno was giving an interview in the back. Hideo Itami came back and told him pretty much that he was going to take action after... Ohno said he was going to take action after what happened last week between them, and it's official. Next week on NXT, we're going to be getting Cassius Ohno versus Hideo Itami. I think this will be finally where we see Itami make the full-fledged heel turn. And we'll see what plans they have for him for TakeOver Brooklyn. Because I thought this was the match that we were building towards for TakeOver Brooklyn. But if that's not the case, I look forward to seeing who Itami might face on that card. And Hideo walks away frustrated at Cassius Ohno. We had a fun... This was a short match, but like I said, this was hard-hitting, physical. A little bit of blood on Danny Burch as he took on Oney Lorcan. I like seeing these two guys go in there and just beat the shit out of each other. It's a nice change of pace. They certainly were not holding anything back here. But yeah, it wasn't a long match, but at the end of it, after Danny Burch was locked into in a rolling single leg crab by Oney Lorcan, and he tapped out. And after the match, they shook hands, and Lorcan got right back in his face, and Burch said, "You want to go one more time?" And Oney said, "One more time, then." It was just fun watching these two beat the hell out of each other for a short amount of time. Like I said, it was a fun match, different type of match, and hell yeah, I want to see these two guys go at it again. So, good stuff here. Like I said, the blood added to it, with Danny Burch getting busted open there. Good stuff. We had No Way Jose versus Cesar Bononi. No Way Jose got the win after hitting the pop-up knockout punch. That wasn't the story of this, though. The story of this was after the match. Andrade Cien Almas and Tia Trinidad appeared. They ran in and attacked Bononi, and Jose tried to run in and make the save, but Almas and Trinidad... they both left the ring, so obviously that pairing is in full effect. I think it'll be the best thing going for Almas, somebody to be his mouthpiece, and I really like Tia Trinidad. I think she'll do wonders for him, and I look forward to seeing where that pairing goes. But yeah, not really too much to say about the match, really just a way to get No Way Jose a win, but the sneak attack by Almas on Bononi afterwards, well, it was good. Like I said, I really like the pairing of those two. And we then move on to our main event of the evening. It was the number one contenders match between the undefeated Drew McIntyre. I'm just having a tough time with these names today. Drew McIntyre versus Killian Dane. It was an alright match. Like I said, I thought Dane had a good showing here. McIntyre, crowd was really quiet early on for this match. I don't really blame him. I don't know if it was because I was tired or what, but I just thought it was okay. Match slowly started to pick up towards the end. McIntyre was surprised when Killian Dane kept kicking out. He kicked out of the top rope fisherman suplex. He also kicked out of the Future Shock DDT at 1, which left Drew McIntyre stunned. He hits the Claymore, and Dane gets right up and slaps Drew McIntyre in the face. Dane says he wants, come on, is that all you got? And Drew McIntyre hits another Claymore for the victory, and he officially becomes the new number 1 contender for the NXT Heavyweight Championship. He will challenge Bobby Roode for the title in Brooklyn. I honestly hope somehow, someway, Roddy Strong gets added to that match. I think he should be in that match, but a triple threat would be awesome. Nothing against Drew, but I just feel like his momentum's kind of stalled, and he hasn't really done too much on NXT. Think about it. Since, coming aboard. Just been kind of there. I like Drew, but he's just been kind of there. So, he's obviously doing something now. He's in the title picture, but I would like to see Roderick Strong added to that. Make it a triple threat, because I feel like there's unfinished business between him. Even though he did lose to Bobby Roode, I feel like there's unfinished business between those two after he came so close to winning that championship. But yeah, all in all, an overall solid edition of NXT as we continue building towards TakeOver Brooklyn 3. And if I had to give a grade for last night's episode, I would give it a B-. B- for NXT. And so yeah, guys, that is it for this review. I want to say thank you for watching this review. Remember to click my like and subscribe button here on youtube.com/DanielGuys412 for all my latest videos that I post. And be sure to check me out on Twitter @DanielGuys412 for all my latest thoughts and tweets. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Until then, until my next video, which will probably be my Battleground Live review immediately following the pay-per-view. Thanks for watching. Take care.